Hi strangers, Michelle Diaz here. Welcome to my channel. This is something new for me, so please subscribe, support me. I'm gonna leave all my social media down in the link. Today I'm gonna be talking about this ghost app experience that I had, which let me tell you a little bit about that, because at first I did not believe in it at all. Like, sometimes I'm still like a little sketchy about it. So with ghost apps, I'm not still like 100% sure with them. But with this one particular ghost app, it changed my perspective a little bit about them, because the way I interpreted everything, it was just a little bit freaky. But I don't know. I hope you guys can be the judge of that with me. After this video, you guys can totally comment about it and let me know what you think after I tell you all about it, because I really want an outside opinion about the situation, and because I'm really into this stuff. Like, just yesterday about this book, Haunted America, and it's funny because it has some tips about like ghost hunting and whatever, and one of the tips is do not use a Ouija board because it can open portals and it's not a good idea. Something along those lines. Here, let me read exactly what it says. It says, don't be tempted to use a Ouija board, tarot cards, or seances, as these may open the door to let in other unwanted spirits. Also, be very suspicious of anyone offering a commercial ghost busting service, because they can rip you off, whatever. But what it's important is what it says about the Ouija board. And for like, I think a month now, I have it, I engraved it in my head. I was like, I want to buy a Ouija board, I want to try it out, and I want to do it. So sorry whoever wrote this book that is telling us to be careful with that, but even my cousin's in for it. So hi, I'm gonna be fine. Which then leads us to my personal beliefs, and they are, I was brought up Catholic. My grandparents are strict Catholics. I don't know if I should say like strict Catholics, but my grandma, she sings at the church. She plays the guitar at the church. She has like the church group. She arranges the songs and whatever. Every weekend, every Sunday, they go. My grandparents go to church, and so I was brought up in the Catholic. So I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in the positive, the light and the darkness, because if there's a God, I just believe that there has to be something else, as the Bible says, Satan. So yes, that's what I believe. Okay, so getting to the story, the reason I downloaded the app was because I am a fan of Loie Lane. Hi, if you ever come across this video, hello, I am a fan. So I follow Loie, and she uses a ghost app, and I was really curious about experiencing that. So she's the reason why I downloaded it. That's why I did it. And I got really curious. You know, I was home. I was actually in the middle of doing a college essay, you know, homework for my composition class. And I was like stuck. I didn't know what to write. And I was like, I'm just gonna get my mind off of it for a little bit. And I downloaded the app. So I was just, you know, I was literally laying in bed. So I was just kind of chilling, waiting for the app to download. And talking to my mom because she was just getting ready to go to work. And that's what I was doing. And once the app installed, I opened it up. I like took a look at it. I was like, at first I was just like, it's just an app, you know. I don't know if I truly believe in it. And I was looking. I saw features, I read about it. Some people were for it. Some people were like, it's fake, whatever. You know, there's always that. And so when I opened it, I didn't like ask anything. I didn't say anything. I was just looking, you know, seeing how it all works. I don't know. I'm like doing as if I was looking at the app, but you know, I'm just kind of reenacting it. I was just looking at the app, and it said something, a word came up, and it was something along the lines create or creative, one of the two. And I was like, that's weird. At first I was like, what? I was confused. And it then hit me. I was like, wait, like, I'm like stuck right now on this essay. So I kind of connected it with like my current situation, but I was like, whatever, it's just like a coincidence. So I let it be. I still had the app open, but then my mom left. She had left for work, and I headed to the bathroom, cause you know we're humans, we need the bathroom. I needed to do the number one. So I was doing my business, still had the app open. I was just kind of looking at it, and it said the word gray. I was like, okay, my whole bathroom is gray. Literally floor is gray. I was also wearing some gray yoga pants, and the shower is kind of gray too, so that's that. I then was like, okay. At first I went like, I moved my phone, like I was, okay, so I was sitting, of course. I was sitting and I was like that, so I was like, I started moving it towards the floor because I was like, okay, the floor is gray. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of assuming here. So I started moving it closer to the floor, and I was like, the frequencies, you know, like the signal, whatever, started getting a little bit higher. So I was like, okay, maybe I was right. And then as I got closer and closer to the floor, it like went away. So I was like, crap, what do I do now? So I started moving it in front of me and like towards the shower and like around, and then towards the shower again. And then at that time I got higher frequencies again. I don't know if that's the correct term, but we're just gonna use that right now because I didn't do my research. So I was like, okay, shower, which then it said the word bathroom. So I was like, okay. And let me tell you, I was not saying things at all that would insinuate that I was in the bathroom. I believe, like, I totally believe that we are being listened to through our phones, because Edward Snowden, if you don't know who that guy is, Google him up. There's a movie about it too, Snowden. Okay, whatever. I don't think I was saying anything that, you know, insinuated that I was in the bathroom. So I was like, this is like too much of a coincidence again. So I was like, okay, maybe this is happening some sort of way. Like, it's not major. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Got a little bit like freaked out a tiny little bit, because I was just home alone at the time. So I was like, okay. Alright. But I still continued with it, because that's me. After, you know, the my business, whatever, got out the bathroom, went back to the bathroom. I sat down on the bed. On the bed. I sat down on the bed, and I'm looking at the app. I'm like, alright. So I was looking at it, and then it said this word, cadence, which at the time I didn't know what it was. And like right beside me was my computer. So I was like, let me Google this up, because I don't know what it means. And I started Googling it, but my laptop died just at that second that I was typing. So I was like, that's great. So, which is totally like true, because my laptop was dying, nothing paranormal. So I went over, I was like, well, gotta plug in my computer, because I do need to work in this essay. So I went over to the outlet, plugged it in, and I was struggling with it at first. I was struggling with it because it's like, okay, this is the wall, and my bed is right there. So you struggle a little bit to get the plug in there. But as I was struggling with it, I looked over at the app, and it said bail, and I personally took that, and I think I have evidence of cadence, the word when it said cadence and bail, and like the rest of the words, which I will be inserting a picture of it on screen. But the ones before I do not, because at the time I didn't think anything of it, so sorry. But it did happen. Okay. So it said the word bail, and I was like, huh. I took it as, you know, stop what you're doing and like kind of pay attention to me. Like that's how I took it. But I was like, I literally was like, no, I need to get my computer plugged in, so give me just a second. So I did what I had to do, and then it said, like literally after a minute, it said the word dust. I was like, dust. Like, and then I started looking around my room. I was like, dust? Maybe, like, I watch a lot of, like, shows. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to look, like, where there's dust and whatever. And I started looking around my room. I was like, okay, maybe, like, over at the windows, like, there could be some dust over there. Maybe my dresser. So I did. I got up. Well, I walked over to my dresser, and as I was over there, I was like really confused. I think I started to ask like, what do you want me to see? That something along the lines. That's something about like, kind of like that. And then it said the word sift. So I was like, okay, so I'm supposed to look for something. So I started like looking at my dresser. I was like, okay, what's on here that could be like significant at all? So I was like, what is there to see? So I didn't see like anything significant on my dresser. So I walked over to the window. I was like, okay, maybe like, I don't know. So I walked over to the window. I'm looking, and then I noticed that we have like this other tiny like dresser. It's like a couple drawers. And it had like a stuff on top, and it had a bag on top. Like it wasn't my mom's gym bag, not bag. It was just like a tote. I'm like, what could possibly be over here? There's like just the bag, and then I take the bag off of it, and then I instantly see 2 Bibles. I was like, maybe it's not related what I'm supposed to be finding right now. So I was like, okay, maybe. And actually before I removed the bag, the app said this name Jack, which I do not understand, but at the end I will tell you what I think about everything. And then when I saw the Bibles, I was like, okay. So as I was like standing there, like I took the Bible, one of the Bibles at first, and I went and I set it on the dresser, and then it said Matthew. I was like, alright, Bible, I guess. I have a Bible right here right now, so I guess it's referring to Matthew, you know, in the Bible. So at first, to be honest, when it said that, I was like, okay, I am gonna look for that. But I first started looking for like a Jack, even though like I know that's like not on the Bible, but I don't know, I just, maybe I would find something. But the thing is that I turn over to Matthew. It's a big Matthew section. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to see? Oh, and mind you, frequencies, yeah, totally forgot about this detail. Whenever I had walked over to the window, the frequencies went high. Like they were completely red. And that's how I was like tipped off to like look at the tiny dresser. Sorry, I left that detail. So when I had this Bible on the dresser, looking at the Matthew section, frequencies were high, just high. And I was like, okay, all right, so I'm supposed to see something. And it then says the word brother, I believe it was. Yes, it then says the word brother. And I was like, all right. I started flipping through pages, looking at the titles, seeing which one said brother. And I saw this one title that had the word brother in it. So I read the verse out loud, and like the frequencies went down. So I took that as a signal that it was not what it wanted me to see. And so I was like, okay, so maybe something around this like pay. Sorry. Okay, so it's around it. And I read the other titles, and this one title completely made the frequencies go up. Not okay, no, I'm lying. I read the title and I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. So I read the verse, and that's when the frequencies went up. And I was like, whoa, okay. I I completely was like, whoa, just whoa. I'm gonna put a picture of what the verse was because I forgot to like write it down for this video. I'm like so unprepared. Hi, it's my first video. So I'm gonna put a picture of it, of the verse. So after I read it, it said the word scale, which I still don't know what it meant or what it is. Like, it's a scale, but like what meaning did it have like throughout this, thing? So I was like, scale, like I don't understand. It then said hell. Like, it said the word hell. Mind you, frequencies are high, and I was like, okay. I said the word, I'm sorry, I believe in God, I believe in the Bible, and I am not comfortable talking to you anymore, any further right now. Something like that. And I closed the app. I was like, holy crap, that just happened. And at first, I did mention that there were 2 Bibles, so at first, which I find it interesting. I was reading it in Spanish, like it was the Spanish Bible. And then I got the other Bible, which is in English, and I was like, I compared them, not compared them, but I wanted to read them both. Because you know how, like, I don't know if you guys know, but some words change in a language. It can mean something, and then in another language means something else. So I was kind of looking at that. So that was like the experience. And what I get out of all of this is how, I don't know, it's just, it was like a weird experience. Like, I'm still going around the thought, because like I believe in the stuff, so I'm still going around the thought, like, was it that exactly that it wanted me to see? Or like, did it want to like tell me something about the house? Because the verse that does say like the spirit comes back with what was it, six or seven more evil spirits to the house, and they dwell there. So I was like, does it want me to know that there's more than one here, and that they're not good? Because like this house, like it's so peaceful, like nothing really goes on, but I guess something really could go on if they were like contacted, I guess, as I did. Like, not exactly like go on like poltergeist way, because no, but like they could totally like communicate, and like I don't know, that's what I think. So after that, what I believe is like, yes, there is more than one spirit here, because in other times that I've used the app, like after that day, I get like this mixed vibes that come through. Like, it's not just one of them speaking, and I really do think that there's like more than one spirit here, but they're not like bad, so that's what I think when I look back at the list and I see when it said Jack. Like, I feel like that was like an interference of another spirit, and that's what I think about it. So I don't know, this story is like really, I don't know, kind of weird. Like not story, like this experience is like kind of weird because I don't know, it could be seen from like not so well, yeah, it could be seen like from so many different perspectives. So I don't know, maybe it was just like everything just a coincidence. It was just the app throwing out words for me to then just interpret and like come up with all this, or it's real. So I really want to know what you guys think about all of this. I don't know, I want to know your thoughts, and please comment down below what, I don't know, anything. And what I mean by anything is, you know, video suggestions, whatever, because this channel is not just gonna be this. Like, you guys do know that my previous videos were music, singing, you know, me singing, and I did release a song over the summer. Not a song, but like a cover song. Well, yes, a song, but like it's a cover, and it's in Spanish, so I'm gonna link that below. It's on SoundCloud. I tried to like, well, I didn't try, I don't know how to do it, to upload it here to YouTube, but I don't know how to do it, so that's that. But yes, thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share it, please leave a comment, and just thank you lots. I will see you guys the next time, and yes, I'm gonna be calling you guys strangers because we are all strange. Bye bye.